Chapter 3. I am the deep state. Senior Monkey in his calm voice welcomed General Kangaroo to the world of politics and cautioned him about the dangers of mainstream politics, for it was so much different from the army, where he could give orders and subordinates obey. It was another story here, where even the weakest, rankless person could directly confront you and walk away with it. Chief Monkey: there is no problem in becoming the next president as you wish, but how do you remain the next president after? General Kangaroo: how many times should I remind you that he is not your father? Sleeping in the garage shall never make you a car. You will never be president when I am still alive. Chief Monkey: he is my father. Secondly, Saul had over 5 children, but David became king. Anything can happen. The good Lord we are serving has the last decision. Our role is to prepare. General Kangaroo: David defeated Goliath. Whom have you ever defeated? The golden seat is and not God. I have served the people of this nation faithfully, thus I really deserve it. Chief Monkey: who has not served? What do you know about governance? You have been in one sector since your graduation and know less than a half of how to manage it. And I can't waste my time on you. General Kangaroo: I don't think you are any match for me. At least Kahea can shout because he has fellow smokers who can gather around the city for 2 hours before I dispatch a regiment to disperse them. He used to dominate the social media with his comment, but nowadays my posts overweigh his. I technically defeated him physically and virtually. Honorable Hair: at times I don't want to discuss with the pampered generation because they know nothing about the real world. They only deserve to be in Jurassic Park, watch cartoons, and jazz with caretakers. None of you is a presidential material, and even if you try your best, none can defeat Cat or Ye. How can you challenge the people's president? I dare you to stand the forthcoming general elections and receive boys from men. You will understand that pork is not sauce in some homes. Gandans do not want to know about your king. They do not want to know about your relationship with the incumbent president, but they want to know what you can do for them. They want clean, knowledgeable, educated, non-corrupt, and selfless leaders. I do not believe you guys qualify. Sorry for you. Chief Monkey: what are you saying, young man? Stop that puerile street talk. Power is never determined by the disorganized majority, but rather taken by the organized minority. Honorable Hair: how can you win without the support of the majority? We, the People Party, have the numbers. Make sure you get the numbers. Chief Monkey: how many times do I need to tell you that power transfer is not like buying vegetables that anyone can purchase and go? These are issues of national importance, national security, international relations, economy, and protection of the inner circle, handling of the untouchables, and balancing with the ordinary citizens. If up to now you cannot define fiscal policy, how will you manage the economy? Honorable Hair: I don't need much economics in me to lead this country because Even President Yefe dropped economics during his unfinished degree course. I only need great economists, for this nation is rich with such talents. Your greedy nepotistic reign, where you appoint inefficient officials, is over. Appointments shall not be on merit. Chief Monk, you cannot even pronounce the word nepotistic. How can you lead this country? Those are petty issues, my boy. First seize the power, then think of public servants. They are urgent issues to handle. How to attain power and how to retain it. Honorable Hair, it's through general elections. Read Article 1, Clause 4 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, 1995. Honorable Mank, but we are not in Uganda. This is Uganda. Oh, Honorable Hair, sorry. Read the Constitution very well. Cut my blood. No shortcut, my brother. Leave alone the barbaric ways of your in-laws and do the right thing. Let's follow the right direction. Let's follow the rule of law and rebuild our nation together. At least you are not a foreigner like them. General Kangalu. Who is a foreigner? That ganja has now reached the cerebrum. You cannot think properly. I wonder why such a studied boy behaves like a baptism graduate. You should restrain yourself from reasoning like border men who think they know it all, but the reverse is true. Honorable Hair. At least they do not wet their gabs when drunk. They hustle for their food and reason on their own, unlike one sissy boy with a catwalk. General Kangalu. No doubt, I am handsome, but look at you. I forget whether you are an ape, Zakayo, or a human being. Chief Monk. What kind of nonsense are you uttering? Don't make me believe that I am the only one fit for the golden chair. General Kangalu. After my death. Honorable Hair, who knows you? People will never vote for a person they do not know. Chief Monk. Do you want to know my strength? Ask that village woman from anywhere in this country. You will be surprised. Remember, these people vote compared to your noisy, senseless hooligans without national identification cards. Be strategic. You will compete. You must have support of the secret society because it runs the government. That is the deep state. Honorable Hair. Such groups do not exist. Chief Monk. They do, and in our father's government, I am the deep controller of the state. I am the deep state. Honorable Hair. You are just a mere puppet in-law to the first family. General Kangalu. Just like you. Your wife is related to my mom. Now you are on opposition. What are you opposing? Honorable Hair. Stop your nonsense. I won't let you manipulate me again. I can never dine with snakes any further. You are real monsters. How dare you attempt to take my life? Chief Monk. You had gone off track, so it was requisite to eliminate you. Honorable Hair. Thank you for that. But thank God I didn't die. What would you have told the nation? General Kangalu. Thank me for being a people's general. I had warned you earlier that your collaboration with those civilians would in the end lead to your demise. But you never listened. You only concentrated on monetary gains forgetting that the real Southerners keep their word. Since I saved your time and your life, better cross and support our cause. I will make you Prime Minister. I would have made you Vice President, but you are still lacking. You never know when you perform your duties well. I can promote you. Honorable Heir, the only position I can take up is being the President of the Republic of Uganda, nothing else. Chief Monkey, that wasn't our plan. You were meant to get rid of Kanobes. You did it well, but betrayed us when you eyed the golden chair. You made us revise our entire script, leading to the elimination of some innocent citizens. Your greed dragged us to check you, and now you know the meaning of the deep state. You are surviving in opposition because we let you, and if you want to test our wrath again, try to go off script. Honorable Heir, your threats work no more. I have multiple contingency plans. You have no control over me. The whole world knows about me. Dare do anything stupid, you will see. General Kangalu. Now you know why I call you Kahea. So myopic. You will die. Less than 1,000 people will make a noise. About 10 will follow you. Around 20 will cool down behind the bars. Jat will handle some few, and the cowards will shout on social media for about a maximum of 2 weeks. End of story. Honorable Heir, if you want to see a revolution today, dare touch me. Chief Monkey, stop overrating yourself. We all know that the power with which you started has immensely deteriorated given the broad daylight blunders you made every hour that passed when in the arena. You stupidly attacked two untouchable institutions in the region and failed to apologize. They will still welcome you in their circles, but you lost their trust, and guess what? They will never support the person they do not trust. Now you know why you still have to work on our script, because we know better your strengths and weaknesses. Better wake up. Honorable Heir, no one is above the law. The time is near, and your day is coming. Watch closely. General Kangalu, daydreamer, keep lamenting, but such curses change nothing. Chapter 4. My three sons. At the 11th hour of the insurgency, the old Mzee summoned the three bulls that had stood out to exhibit their interest in his throne. It was inevitable that Mzee Yefe had grown too senile to rule the mighty divine nation. The good Lord had blessed him with the Solomonic wisdom to lead his people for half a century. His reign was so eventful that numerous monuments were erected in different cities of the country, portraying his incomparable achievements. In his hoarse voice, President Yefe clearly stated, I have given you the best of me as far as leadership is concerned. I sacrificed my entire life to serve this nation without any selfish motive. This country was very poor in the 80s, but look at what we have done as NSP. We have an electric rail transport better than any other in any African country. The Uganda Airlines has the most sophisticated aircrafts in the world. Roads are black, and some of your lazy relatives in the south use them to dry cassava. Electric vehicles made in Uganda are in circulation. Factories manufacturing high-quality products were set up during my reign. What else do you want? We brought peace that never existed here, amalgamated African countries, and soon we shall have an operational union. Now, young men before me, I have heard your clamors about transformation. What do you think you are going to do I have not done? Honorable Hare, I'm not your son. I know my father. Chief Monk, never talk to Mzee like that. He is the president of the region, our father. General Kangalu, haven't you any morals left with you, Kahea? Can't you see that the person to whom you are talking? Can't you see the person to whom you're talking? No wonder you will never be a member of the executive. Not so, father? His Excellency FA. Monkey, did you brief this hooligan about the code of conduct here? I warned you that he is not the right candidate we need, but you insisted that he will get things done. Chief Monk, I am very sorry, father. Maybe he has some burning issues on him that he wished to address. General Kangalu, Dad, this fool has forgotten that we kept a blind eye on the crimes he committed while General Kaye was still his handler. He thinks he was bright and knew the name of the game. Chief Monk, dear Hare, better understand that Mzee is in position of being your father beside your wife's relationship with the first family. Do we need to remind you that you impliedly became a member of the first family by marriage, just like me? Here, when we are here, we are speaking the truth. We are ourselves, one family, and after parting, the hatred resumes. Politics takes course to paint the exact picture the masses are willing to see. His Excellency FA, you told me he was the most knowledgeable from his tribe. I think you lied to me. Chief Monk, Your Excellency, we had a problem. He has the biggest support, so we also brought the most knowledgeable from his party. Honorable Yefe, I don't want very many people. Who is that one? Chief Monk, Honorable Mpungu, His Excellency Yefe. That one, I know. He is a good man. All right. I called you here to tell you to back off. I think there are issues I have not handled which the Cabinet and NSP National Executive Committee think I should handle. Chief Monkey, Mr. President, it was you who promised that I should take over with the Honorable Hare. Honorable Hare, wait. You people were very clear after the previous general elections where I won your party, but based on the issue of national stability to own my victory. Your excuse that I lacked numbers in the government came to pass when I allowed my party members into your government. Honor your words. Let's go to the general elections without you, Yefe. I win, then form a unitary government with your sons. His Excellency Yefe, you are my son also. General Kangalo, Dad, I have met all the requirements for becoming a full president. The cabinet is well organized, security is ready, and the masses are set in motion to vote for me. Chief Monk, I have taken critical appreciation of my two brothers. A lot is still lacking, and each needs me in their government. General Kangalu, I don't need you, but you need me. Just like Kaheya. Sincerely, Kaheya needs both of us. Honorable Heya, I need none of you. Let's do the right thing. Appear on the ballot and follow protocol. Chief Monkey, don't be so sure that you will win. You might be shocked. Honorable Heya, overstaying in the system does not make you the system. You think you infiltrated every sector, but I want to let you know that we are ready for every trick you want to play. Let's speak the truth. You lack the numbers. Chief Monkey, for your information, I have the capacity to win the presidential elections and lead this mighty nation without your support. However, that isn't my goal. The plan is to have a peaceful transition with you as the ceremonial head for 2 terms as I get ready for the golden seat. General Kangaroo, what about me? Chief Monkey, I am still coming. You will become president after me. Both General Kangaroo and Honorable Heya hit the table, claiming that Chief Monkey was not known in the public. Besides, his name has always come up in numerous corruption scandals, thus can't hold the big seat. General Kangaroo insisted that he was well groomed to be president. He added that Honorable Heya was fit to be the prime minister, while Chief Monkey was fit to be presidential advisor. Honorable Heya claimed that the meeting was unnecessary, for Uganda is a country of laws, not of man. Peaceful transition therefore involved following the law. The debate heated further for 2 solid hours until President Yefe dismissed the meeting on grounds of inability of the 3 sons to lead the nation. In his view, he said one character could manage, though he never mentioned the name. It was clear that Mr. Yefe couldn't run the country any further, for nature had already taken course. It happened when he mistook Chief Monkey for Honorable Heya. Rumor had it that Chief Monkey was presiding over the nation, but the inner circles could not tell the public because they still enjoyed their privileges the way they did when Mr. Yefe was still strong. The fear was immense because many believed that General Kangaroo had his own team with radical strategies from the south which could definitely suffocate their interests. Others couldn't trust Honorable Heya given his tribe, religion, and the opposition background. Many reasoned that Heya was not ready to run the country in the mode of President Yefe, thus couldn't be the right choice. The only option was to let them contest in the general elections. Chapter 5. The Bloody Purge. Upon learning that President Yefe might hand over power to one of the 3 sons, to which none of them was identified to take it, panic developed within. Amidst the threats from outer circles, the opposition mounted pressure on the government to quicken the electoral reforms, stage free and fair general elections. Given the multi-party system, the political arena was filled with brand new clubs, some of which were extremely organized, that it became hard to determine the most dominant party of the time. There emerged young men with unmatched oratory skills, knew what to communicate to the masses, how to do it, and when to have things done. The Black Boys made numerous writings that saturated the nation within days, and their club became a household name. The Honorable of Numbers started panicking. The general went mute while the chief resorted to whispers. The ground became so slippery to the undecided politicians because the moment one was wrongly identified to have taken a different direction, their career would be in danger. The Blacks Party played mature politics. They concentrated on explaining their manifesto to the masses, leaving the old parties languishing with the amateur politics of character assassination, blowing their own trumpet, abductions, blame game, hatred, and using the forces. The Black Party's democratic principles set in motion the rise of the United Ugandans that preached national unity. These put to death tribal politics that the old parties had capitalized on to build their support, rubbished the religious factor in politics, which leveled the ground for the rise of charismatic leaders. These two parties unearthed the secret of injecting money into politics, to which they clearly called it a malpractice and broad-day bribe to the voters. They concentrated on reason, philosophy, manifesto, and style of leadership. They reintroduced leadership of substance, not excitement, which threatened the positions of entertainers in parliament. It was self-explanatory that something had to be done. 2 months later, the leader of the Black Party was shot dead at around 8 o'clock outside the gate of his house. The assassins fired 6 bullets from a close range, and 5 of them entered his body. It was a testing moment for the lovers of change and development. Knight had prepared a new agenda on how the country could easily graduate from poverty. He had a multi-billion economic plan that every citizen would perfectly enjoy. It was the 10 heads model, where 10 people operating the same business would be given financial assistance to boost their businesses, while saving the profits that could be used as capital for another group of 10. This was intended to promote saving and investment spirits among the citizens. He died with his strategy. The mourning took around 10 days, and history seemed to have forgotten about him. Chief Monkey. Do you still remember a person called Knight? He spoke to shake the ground. General Kangaroo. When you overshake the ground, it shakes you in return. The moment you go 6 feet underneath the ground, you are gone forever. Chief Monkey. Now, brother here, hope you are learning very fast. It would be a blessing in disguise for you to rise again, but who knows the one next? Honorable Hair. Are you threatening me? The world will never forgive you for taking Knight's life. Chief Monkey. I have nothing to do with the Knight's death. Was he a threat to me? Not really. He was your direct competition. Hope you know something. Honorable Hair. Stop pretending. We all know he declined the offer you were giving him, for he knew he would genuinely win the general elections. Maybe this pampered kid. General Kangaroo. Don't put me in your stuff. I had gone to visit Beyonce by the time Knight was murdered. However, whoever did it deserves ice cream because that boy was extremely knowledgeable. He was not our match, to be sincere. Anyway, I was joking, but I know nothing about his death. Maybe Yuka Hair. Honorable Hair. So, both of you are pointing at me, a mere civilian who has never held a gun in my life. Chief Monkey. Why are you scared? It seems you know something. Anyway, let's stop pointing fingers at each other. We must come up with a formidable strategy. The 3 sat and agreed to disagree, to watch the others back and let no member from their circles get into trouble. Honorable Hair wanted to know whether the nation was stable if such a party president could be eliminated and those in the forces knew nothing about it. The answer was clear that the case was under investigation. Did Hair learn anything new or he remained a Bourbon who learnt nothing and forgot nothing. The major point was to stay alive, and the rest were minor. That's when he learned that Honorable Mpungu was not corrupt. He understood that he was his fellow comedian. Stones feared. He understood that his fellow comedian, Stones, feared for his life. Those who crossed sides were never political prostitutes, but strategists who had perfected the name of the game. He always wondered why strong men like the mayor always concentrated on smaller seats, yet they had the capacity to go national. The death of Chairman Knight opened his eyes wider than ever before. Did he think about the reality behind the demise of Miss Update? Many may call it collateral damage, but it was obvious. Hair really changed. Whatever it was, Miss Update was a genuine leader of the people who innocently followed the direction of hell with the trumpets of false prophets, because its gates were always open and never predicted when they closed. True, gates of hell never shut, but no one entered and came back alive. Honorable Hare realized that life was as short as a miniskirt. Losing it was as cheap as an escort. He thought again. While the three were discussing their new developments, the news of the passing of the Secretary General of the United Ghanaians stormed in. He was the brain behind this party. Silence hit them. Uncensored reports indicated blood clot after falling while he was